It's another week in the Transformers fandom, and there's a lot of really cool stuff to talk about this week. So, the two biggest things I just want to talk about are Beast Wars 2 Galvatron and the Rainmakers. Two things I'm very passionate about in Transformers. But before I get to those, I like to just talk about what interests me in the fandom and what I find interesting. 3-0 is making a DLX Rise of the Beast Shattered Glass Goldbug. And I can't believe how cool this thing looks. Like, this is so random. And I know it's really random for me to talk about, too. I don't collect Transformer statues. There's a couple YOLO Park AMK Pros I would love to get, specifically the Last Night Optimus Prime, Revenge of the Fallen Megatron, Age of Extinction Drift, and the newly revealed Ironhide. I think they look fantastic. I just don't have room for them, and I don't know where I'd put them, what I'd do with them. I get more joy out of the movie masterpiece and the Studio Series figures, but they look really good. And this Goldbug is no exception, or this Shattered Glass Goldbug is no exception. This thing looks crazy. I never, ever in a million years thought of the Shattered Glass deco on Rise of the Beast Bumblebee, and whoever thought about it is honestly a genius, because this thing looks so cool. I just didn't expect this. So I just wanted to share that. I thought that looked really cool. Also, Lucky Draw is back. I feel like it's been forever since Lucky Draw figures were a thing, and it's not a thing in North America. It's a thing in I think it's always in Hong Kong or in Asia anyway. And it is a gold Legacy G1 Optimus Prime, which I think is kind of funny. And it's just cool. It's cool that they're getting these again. There's only going to be 40 made. The box is pretty much the same as the retail one. It just has a sticker. But there's only 40 made, and you have to spend a lot of money at Toys R Us in Hong Kong. And hopefully that's a lot better than the Toys R Us in Canada, because it's looking very, very bleak. I went into a Toys R Us 2 weeks ago, and the Transformers section was pathetic. Like, it was sad. And they've closed, I want to say, almost all of them in Canada. I think Ontario only has maybe 5 left, and the situation is dire. I think they're going to go bankrupt one more time. So if you're jealous that you live in America and you don't have a Toys R Us, don't be jealous, because they don't have anything, and the stuff that they do have is way overpriced compared to Walmart, EB, GameStop, wherever. So Toys R Us is not good in Canada. That's the moral of my story. But it's cool that Lucky Draw's back. It's been forever. I made a video on all the Dinobot repaints, including the Lucky Draw repaint. So go check that out if you're interested. Another thing that happened was the crossover series. We're getting a Scooby Doo crossover, and I don't like this. The crossover stuff has never really captured my attention. I'm not an 80s kid. I'm a Gen Z myself, so this stuff didn't catch my interest. I watched Scooby Doo growing up, but a lot of the crossovers just don't do anything for me. I think they're really cool, and if you're a fan of this, of like certain franchises, this is perfect. But I think this one is kind of lame. Like, at least the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ones gave you an option to have a head that wasn't one of the turtles. This one doesn't have a head that's not one of the Scooby-Doo members, which is fine. And Scooby-Doo looks pretty cool, like his little Scooby Snacks thing, but not for me. I think the Hot Wheels ones are pretty cool, and I'm looking forward to the Fast and the Furious crossovers, but crossovers just isn't really my cup of tea right now. And then just yesterday, Takara's newest pre-orders are going live on Hasbro Pulse. So this is Blaster, his cassettes, and the man himself, Beast Wars 2 Galvatron. So before I get too excited over Beast Wars 2 Galvatron, looking at Blaster, we knew we were getting Blaster for a while. We've had the colored shots for a while, and I think he looks really cool. A complaint that I'm hearing a lot on boards is that his head is too small and his arms are too skinny, which I think is understandable. Like, he does look like he has big chunky legs, and his arms do look a little small, and his head looks a little bit smaller, but I think that's okay. Like, overall, I think it looks really good. I think it's going to look really good next to the new MPG Soundwave, and I'm sure in person, especially in the right poses, it's not going to be a big deal. I think these are just the initial images. I don't think it's going to be that bad. At $175 USD, it's pretty expensive. I think that's around the price of Soundwave, so I wouldn't really be too worried that was overpriced. I think the steel jaw that comes with him looks really, really, really good. And then onto the cassette 2-pack, $60 for 2 cassettes. Again, it seems expensive, but they look really, really good. Eject and Ramhorn especially. Onto the one that I'm very, 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 very excited for, Beast Wars 2 Galvatron. So, like 3 years ago, I told myself that I was going to try and watch as much Transformers content as I can. This included like all the shows. I'm trying to read as many comics as I can. I got the G1 Compendiums comics, so I'm reading those right now. After those, I plan to go to the UK Compendium. Back to the topic. I watched Beast Wars Neo and Beast Wars Second, and all of Beast Wars and Beast Machines. And I thought Beast Wars 2 Galvatron was really cool. I think the pink deco for a leader is a really interesting take. It's really unique, and I think he looks so, so good. I thought it was weird that we got Magmatron at Commander Class, and then Hasbro was very silent about doing a Galvatron. But then Takara, with their new Legends line, which I've said many, many times, is quickly becoming my favorite Transformers line. They're doing such cool niche repaints, and especially these Japanese characters. This is the perfect place to do all the cool Japanese G1, Japanese Beast Wars characters. The only downside is it's a little expensive. For example, Galvatron is up on Hasbro Pulse for $130. I know everyone was hoping for Commander Class pricing. I think he will feel like a Commander Class figure in hand, but he's not going to be the price of a Commander Class figure. And I expected that going into it, so this price is understandable to me. He looks amazing. He looks like he does everything that I would want him to do. And it's a special figure. Takara's making him. Hasbro. It seems like Hasbro had no say in it. So I think the price is fair. I'm especially glad they threw in his Unicron horns, because spoilers, in Beast Wars Neo, Unicron takes him over and he grows those horns. So I think that looks fantastic. The drill tank mode, definitely not the most exciting mode, but it looks really good. The dragon mode looks amazing. I really like the dragon mode, and that robot mode is good. He has so many cool little gimmicks, like the claws flipping out on his arms, those wings becoming a weapon. I just think he looks great. He does everything that I wanted him to do. He might be a little shorter than what some people were expecting, but again, so happy that we're getting this. And I can't wait to see what they're going to do next. The new Legends comics have teased one of the Seacons for God Neptune that we haven't seen yet. So I feel like that could be a new Legends release. They could also do a Blue Bolts. They could do the Dark Cloud or the Copy Convoy from the new Legends comics. So there's a lot of options for repaint still. Don't know what's coming next, but I'm really excited to see what it's going to be. So Beast Wars 2 Galvatron, expensive. I hope he's going to be worth it. Like, everything I'm seeing here looks like he's going to be worth the price. And then the most surprising news of it all. This caught me completely off guard. I am a Seeker lover. I love the Seekers. I know it's the same toy over and over again, but I just think they look so cool on a shelf when you have a unison, when you have all the Seekers and all their colors. Yes, Hasbro is scamming me. I'm falling for it. I fall for it every time. But I think the Seekers look so good. And this new Storm Pack is amazing. So there's been a long history with the Seekers and with the Rainmakers. So in G1, the Rainmakers showed up. They didn't have any names. BotCon did the Rainmakers, and I have this set. This is now the only BotCon set I ever got. Was this? I got it at TFCon years and years ago, and it included Bitstream, Hotlink, and Sunstorm. Masterpiece did a Sunstorm in North America, and the colors are pretty awful. Like, the thing was pretty ugly, and his Dreamwave colors looked so good with the orange and the white, and we just never got him. They never did him in Siege, Earthrise, Legacy, none of that, and we're finally getting him here. And out of the 3-pack, he looks the best. He looks so good, like he jumped off the comic book pages. There's a rumor going around that we're going to get Sunstorm individually as a Voyager class next year, or maybe 2028. That's not confirmed, so it's a gamble. You can either wait, if you just want Sunstorm, you can wait and see if he comes out individually. but that's not a guarantee. He might only come in this Storm Pack that they're dubbing it, which I love that they call it the Storm Pack because all their names end in Storm. And I can't decide if I want this pack or not because I have the Siege Rainmakers and I love the color schemes. Like I love the Siege Rainmakers because they're just bright eyesore highlighter colors, which is what they were in G1. And in this pack, they're two-toned. So the wings and the legs, they're that bright, bright colors. Again, eyesore highlighter colors. But they're also two-toned. Like their chests are darker, forearms are darker, feet are darker, and the shins are darker. And I don't know how I feel about that. On one hand, I would like to have my Seekers look in unison on a shelf, but I prefer just the one highlighter color. And I know, like, this is me saying that. I want Hasbro to do less work and just make the figure one color. But something about the two-tone on Acid Storm looks a little strange to me. Honestly, when I first heard rumors of this pack, I was expecting Acid Storm to look either like the Classics version or the Masterpiece version with the digital camo. But they all look like they have the G1 Seeker colors from the cartoon. It's just the two-tone is throwing me off on Acid Storm the most because I love his green. He's definitely my favorite member. Just the two-tone green is throwing me off a little bit. I think on the other two, Nova Storm and Island Storm, I think it looks good. Just Acid Storm is throwing me off a little bit. Sunstorm is perfection. And I think these will replace my Siege Rainmakers. I don't know, though. I'm really back and forth on it. Please let me know down below, what should I do? Should I keep my Siege Rainmakers? Should I go for these Rainmakers? I don't know. But I'm happy we're getting them. And if you missed them, I'm glad that this gives fans another opportunity to get the Rainmakers. And it just makes me wonder, when are the Coneheads coming? 2028? Late next year? Who knows? But the Coneheads have to be coming soon. And then this also got me wondering, what if we get another Seeker 4-pack, but this time with Red Wing, with Hot Link, with Nacelle, Bitstream. So they could do like the Welcoming Committee plus Red Wing, basically. Because the Welcoming Committee had Sunstorm, Hot Link, Bitstream, Sunstorm, Hot Link, Bitstream, and Nacelle. So if they just put Red Wing in there instead of Sunstorm, I think that would be another cool pack. Because how else are they going to release them? Amazon hasn't really been doing any exclusives lately, and I doubt they would just release them one by one in Gen Selects. They could do retail, but they're pretty niche, and then by the time they get around to doing the rest of the Seekers, fans might already be exhausted from the current Seekers that we have, like the Starscream, Skywarp, Thundercracker. Now this 4-pack. I think it would be really cool if they do another 4-pack in like 2027, 2028. So yeah, that does it for this video. This has been my Transformers ramblings of things that have interested me the past couple weeks. Let me know what you guys think. What should I do about the Rainmakers? Please let me know. And what do you want to see next from New Legends? So thank you for watching.